Small backyard ideas in 2026 focus on solving a common problem: backyard privacy. These vertical privacy screens transform a tiny outdoor space into a calm and protected retreat. These small backyard ideas focus on vertical backyard privacy using cedar screens, living greenery, and layered lighting. The goal is simple: turn an exposed tiny outdoor space into a private and comfortable outdoor retreat. Welcome to Home Garden Inspo, where ideas for small backyards help transform any tiny outdoor space into a place that feels planned, balanced, and personal. Discover 10 vertical backyard privacy ideas, including cedar privacy screens, pergola privacy walls, and living green panels designed for a small backyard or tiny outdoor space. At first encounter, the vertical privacy screen immediately changes the way the small backyard is perceived. Tall cedar slats rise from the ground in a slim, orderly sequence, guiding the eye upward and away from surrounding sightlines. This vertical rhythm creates separation while still allowing daylight and airflow to pass through the tiny outdoor space. From closer range, the material choice becomes part of the experience. The warm tone of cedar softens the boundary, preventing the screen from feeling rigid or defensive. Subtle gaps between slats maintain openness, while climbing jasmine begins to weave upward, adding texture and gentle movement. Leaves catch the light during the day and cast soft shadows across the surface. In this small backyard, the screen does more than block views. It defines a calm zone where the outdoor space feels protected rather than exposed. By using height instead of bulk, the vertical structure transforms a tight footprint into an intentional setting designed for pause, comfort, and quiet moments. This vertical privacy approach works especially well in a small backyard where traditional fences can feel heavy and overwhelming. By relying on slim proportions, the structure protects visual comfort without closing off the tiny outdoor space. Cedar also performs well over time, aging naturally while maintaining strength and stability. Spacing between slats plays a critical role. It allows breezes to move freely, prevents heat buildup, and keeps the outdoor space from feeling boxed in. As climbing plants mature, privacy increases gradually without sacrificing openness. As you look beyond this first screen, notice how it sets the tone for everything that follows. The next idea builds on this foundation by turning vertical structure into a stronger architectural presence that reshapes the entire backyard experience. Rather than functioning as overhead shade, this pergola is reimagined as a vertical wall that anchors the small backyard. Slim cedar posts rise with precision, forming a tall framework that defines privacy while preserving openness within the tiny outdoor space. The structure feels architectural, not decorative, giving the yard a sense of intention and order. The slats are arranged with careful spacing, blocking direct views from neighboring properties while allowing filtered light to enter throughout the day. This balance prevents the outdoor space from feeling enclosed or dim. The cedar surface adds warmth, helping the vertical form blend naturally with surrounding greenery and seating elements. The pergola wall becomes a visual spine. It guides movement, frames views, and establishes a boundary that feels calm rather than defensive. By shifting the pergola from horizontal to vertical, the design unlocks privacy without sacrificing spatial clarity. Vertical pergola walls are especially effective in a small backyard where every inch of floor space matters. Unlike traditional fencing, this approach creates privacy while keeping the tiny outdoor space visually light and breathable. The slim profile allows furniture and circulation to remain flexible. Cedar performs well in changing weather conditions and requires minimal intervention to age gracefully. When paired with clean hardware and concealed fasteners, the result feels refined and long-lasting. This type of structure also adapts easily to future planting or lighting upgrades. If these small backyard ideas help you see privacy differently, subscribe to Home Garden Inspo for more thoughtful outdoor inspiration. Next, we explore how living greenery transforms vertical structures into softer, more immersive boundaries. Introducing plant life shifts the atmosphere of the small backyard almost instantly. Climbing jasmine turns the cedar framework into a living privacy wall, layering soft foliage over the structured vertical form. The result feels more organic, blurring the line between architecture and nature within the tiny outdoor space. As the vines grow upward, leaves overlap and filter light, creating subtle variations in shade throughout the day. Gentle movement from wind adds a sense of calm, while the greenery visually softens hard lines. The wall feels less like a barrier and more like an enclosing backdrop that supports relaxation. The living wall adds depth without consuming ground area. The vertical surface works harder, providing privacy, texture, and seasonal change. Over time, the greenery becomes an essential part of the outdoor space, making the setting feel mature and intentionally designed. Living privacy walls offer benefits beyond visual screening. Dense foliage helps soften ambient neighborhood noise and captures airborne dust, improving comfort in a small backyard. In a tiny outdoor space, this layered approach adds function without clutter. Hidden microdrip irrigation integrated into the frame supports healthy growth while keeping maintenance manageable. As plants mature, privacy increases naturally, reducing the need for additional structures. The result is a solution that evolves over time rather than feeling fixed. If this living privacy concept resonates with you, tap the like button to support more small backyard ideas like this. Up next, we bring the focus downward, showing how seating layouts work in harmony with vertical privacy. Beneath the vertical structures, the seating layout quietly defines how the small backyard is used. A slimline modular bench sits low against the privacy screen, keeping sightlines open while grounding the tiny outdoor space. The proportions feel deliberate, allowing movement without crowding the area. Neutral upholstery blends with the warmth of cedar, preventing visual competition with the vertical elements. Clean edges and simple geometry reinforce the minimalist direction, while subtle cushions add comfort without excess. Every piece feels selected, not added, which is essential in a compact layout. The seating zone benefits directly from vertical privacy. The screen behind it creates a sense of enclosure that encourages lingering, conversation, and rest. Instead of filling the space with objects, the design relies on structure and placement to shape comfort naturally. Minimalist seating works best when privacy is already resolved. In a small backyard, vertical screens allow furniture to remain light and flexible, preserving openness in the tiny outdoor space. Low-profile pieces also keep attention on materials and textures rather than bulk. Choosing modular seating makes it easier to adapt the layout for different moments, from quiet mornings to evening gatherings. Keeping finishes restrained helps the space feel calm and cohesive. How would you arrange seating in your own small backyard once privacy is in place? Share your thoughts in the comments. Next, we shift focus to lighting and how vertical elements change the atmosphere after sunset. As daylight fades, lighting reveals a new layer of the small backyard. Recessed fixtures integrated into the vertical framework cast soft illumination across cedar surfaces and climbing foliage. The light moves upward, emphasizing height and texture within the tiny outdoor space. Rather than flooding the area, the lighting remains controlled and intentional. Warm tones highlight wood grain and leaf shapes, creating depth without glare. Shadows shift subtly as plants move, adding a quiet sense of life after dark. Vertical lighting expands the perception of space. By drawing the eye upward, it prevents the yard from feeling compressed at night. The atmosphere becomes intimate and inviting, supporting relaxation rather than visual noise. Vertical lighting improves both safety and mood in a small backyard. By placing light along structures rather than at ground level, the tiny outdoor space feels taller and more defined. This approach also reduces harsh contrasts and keeps the environment visually calm. Low-energy fixtures integrated early in the design remain discreet during the day and effective at night. Timers or smart controls add convenience without cluttering the space. With lighting in place, the backyard begins to feel complete. In the next segment, we focus on how vertical privacy transforms overlooked corners into purposeful destinations. An often ignored corner becomes the most inviting part of the small backyard. Vertical screens wrap the space in a gentle enclosure, turning a once exposed area into a protected sanctuary. The height redirects attention upward, reducing visual distractions from neighboring structures and focusing the tiny outdoor space inward. Cedar surfaces meet at clean angles, while climbing greenery softens transitions between planes. The corner feels intentional, not leftover. Subtle variations in light and shadow create depth, making the area feel larger than its footprint suggests. The enclosure provides a sense of pause, encouraging quiet moments without isolating the space completely. The corner sanctuary demonstrates how vertical design extracts value from overlooked zones. By shaping boundaries with height rather than mass, the design transforms a tight edge into a destination that supports calm and comfort. Corners often feel unusable because they lack structure. Vertical privacy gives them purpose by defining edges and creating a sense of belonging within the small backyard. In a tiny outdoor space, this strategy helps organize movement and seating without adding clutter. Keeping materials consistent maintains visual flow, while planting adds softness and seasonal change. This balance prevents the sanctuary from feeling closed or rigid. Over time, the corner becomes a natural retreat rather than a forced feature. How would you use a protected corner in your own small backyard? Share your ideas in the comments. Up next, we explore how vertical elements contribute to acoustic comfort. Beyond visual screening, vertical design reshapes how sound moves through the small backyard. Layers of cedar and dense foliage work together to soften neighborhood noise, creating a calmer atmosphere within the tiny outdoor space. The effect feels subtle but meaningful, especially in compact residential settings. Leaves absorb and scatter sound waves, while wood surfaces reduce sharp echoes. As plants mature, the vertical plane becomes thicker and more effective, enhancing acoustic comfort over time. The space feels buffered rather than exposed, supporting longer moments of relaxation. In this small backyard, acoustic privacy complements visual enclosure. The design does not eliminate sound completely but reduces its impact, allowing conversations, reading, or quiet reflection to feel more natural. Vertical solutions once again prove their value in limited space. Sound control often goes overlooked, yet it plays a major role in comfort. In a small backyard, vertical greenery provides acoustic benefits without sacrificing openness in the tiny outdoor space. Choosing plants with dense foliage improves results while adding visual interest. Positioning screens along shared boundaries maximizes effectiveness. Over time, this layered approach enhances both privacy and atmosphere without additional structures. With sound and comfort addressed, the design now turns toward longevity. In the next segment, we look at how materials age gracefully and support lasting outdoor enjoyment. Over time, material choice becomes part of the story. In this small backyard, cedar begins to age naturally, shifting from warm tones to a soft silver patina. This transition adds depth and character to the vertical structures without compromising their strength or clarity. The tiny outdoor space gains a sense of maturity that feels calm and intentional. Grain patterns become more pronounced as light interacts with the surface throughout the day. The vertical lines remain crisp, while the softened color palette blends effortlessly with greenery and seating elements. Rather than fighting change, the design welcomes it. In this small backyard, aging materials reinforce the minimalist approach. There is no need for constant visual updates or replacements. The space evolves gently, maintaining its identity while growing more refined with time. Cedar's natural aging reduces maintenance demands while enhancing visual appeal. In a small backyard, this reliability matters because every element is always in view. Proper spacing and ventilation help preserve durability in the tiny outdoor space. Allowing materials to age naturally supports a timeless aesthetic that does not rely on trends. The result feels grounded and lasting rather than temporary. With materials working in harmony, the next perspective highlights the full transformation. We now step back to compare what the space once was with what it has become. Looking back at the original condition reveals how dramatically vertical design reshapes the small backyard. What once felt exposed and overlooked now reads as composed and intentional. Vertical screens, greenery, and structure redefine the boundaries of the tiny outdoor space. Sightlines are redirected, noise is softened, and each area feels clearly defined. The transformation does not rely on size but on proportion and placement. Height replaces width as the primary design tool. The before and after contrast shows how thoughtful vertical privacy elevates everyday outdoor living. The space becomes a destination rather than a leftover zone, supporting rest, reflection, and quiet enjoyment. Reviewing the transformation helps clarify which elements deliver the most impact. Vertical structures provide immediate privacy, while greenery and lighting refine the experience over time. In a tiny outdoor space, this layered approach ensures lasting comfort. Rather than adding more features, the design succeeds by editing and refining. Every component serves a clear purpose. With the transformation complete, one final idea brings everything together. The closing segment reinforces the mindset that makes all of this possible. At its core, this design is driven by a simple shift in perspective. Instead of spreading outward, the small backyard grows upward. Vertical privacy becomes the framework that supports comfort, calm, and clarity within the tiny outdoor space. Screens define boundaries, plants soften edges, and lighting adds depth. Each layer works together, creating an environment that feels balanced rather than crowded. Height introduces possibility where square footage is limited. Thinking vertically unlocks a more intentional relationship with outdoor living. The space feels protected without feeling closed, structured without feeling rigid. This mindset transforms constraints into design opportunities. Vertical thinking offers a sustainable solution for long-term comfort. In a small backyard, it reduces reliance on bulky elements while increasing functionality. The tiny outdoor space remains adaptable as needs change. This approach encourages simplicity, clarity, and restraint. When height carries the design, the ground remains open and usable. With that perspective in mind, we move into the final reflection and close the experience. These small backyard ideas demonstrate how vertical privacy reshapes outdoor living. From cedar screens to living greenery, each element works together to protect comfort and restore calm in a tiny outdoor space. By focusing on height, the design creates clarity without excess. The result feels intentional, balanced, and welcoming. Vertical thinking turns limitation into opportunity and transforms how the backyard is experienced every day. If these small backyard ideas help you see your outdoor space differently, stay connected with Home Garden Inspo. Subscribe for more thoughtful inspiration designed for real, livable spaces. Like the video if vertical privacy resonates with you, and share which idea inspired you most. Start reimagining your tiny outdoor space by looking upward and designing with purpose.